right now it is my pleasure to welcome back to the program the UFC Flyweight champion, the fastest man in MMA, Mighty Mouse, Demetrious Johnson. Champ, welcome to the program.
Thanks, man. I appreciate you guys having me on.
How you doing? Just 8 days away from the big fight on Fox. How's everything feeling? Body feeling 100%?
Yeah, man, I'm feeling really good. Just got home from a great training session. Body feels good, weight's good, and diet's good too. So feeling good and ready to go.
And what's it like for you now, main eventing your first UFC? Does it feel different? Are you more excited for this because it is going to be in the main event?
I'm excited. It's the main event. This will be my third main event headlining for the UFC, so I'm grateful that they keep giving me these headlining things,
right.
And I'm going to keep on doing a good job of not disappointing.
But the Fox card, right? I mean, it's a big deal. It's on Fox. It's on that network. You've got the billboard in Times Square. I don't know if you were able to see that, but during the New Year's celebration, I saw that big billboard, and it was Demetrious Johnson, John Dodson right there in Times Square. I mean, are you feeling that there's more hype behind this fight than other fights, or is it just kind of business as usual?
It's business as usual. Definitely a lot more exposure, not more advertisement for this fight just because it's on Fox. And, they fit the time slot right after, the NFL playoffs. So a lot of more exposure. The hype for me, I'm just going into the fight and just keep on beating people. That's what I'm focused on, just staying healthy and going in there and performing on Saturday night.
Has life changed at all for you since winning the UFC Flyweight championship, now being recognized as a champion in the UFC? Has anything changed?
Not for me personally, but, I get noticed a lot more. My friends, they still treat me the same. My wife still treats me the same. It's not like when I come home, there's a big red carpet rolled out for me every time I get out of my car. I'm just a normal guy, and, just the exposure and the mixed martial arts community has just got a lot greater, and my media has picked up tremendously. That's pretty much it.
And as far as that fight with Joseph Benavidez, have you looked back on that fight? Have you watched it again?
Yeah, I watched it again, yes.
And what did you think about it? We saw, a great fight, 5 rounds, 2 judges scoring it for you, a third judge scoring it for Joseph Benavidez. What did you think about the third judge scoring it for Benavidez and seeing it as a split decision?
The judges, they're doing the best they can, When I think about the judges, I don't even know if they were fought before in their life, so it's kind of hard. But at the same time, I agreed with Dana White how he had a 4-1. I felt that Joseph got one round. I felt, in the aspect of the fight, I won on the feet, the takedowns. I defended most of his. I got him down, past his guard, did some ground and pound on him. And then you could tell even after the fight, our face were my face was totally, not even a blemish on it, and his face was all swelled up, just show you, who got the better exchanges of the shots.
Yeah, most definitely, and Dana White firmly in your corner after that. Did that make you feel better knowing that, it was a 5-rounder, it did go the distance, but at least you had the UFC president right there saying that third judge, I don't know what the hell he was thinking.
Yeah, you're starting to see that a lot more now. I mean, if you watch UFC, Dana White's last UFC FX7 video blog too, they're standing in the back watching, the scorecard be read. The Melvin Gillard and Jimmy Vonner, and they're like 30-27 Gillard. Like, what are they thinking?
Yeah.
And at the same time, I think it is what it is. The UFC can't do anything about it. So, if they wanted to, they just have to hire their own judges, and there's gonna be judging classes. Matt Hume, he has judges who judge on his cards go through a training course just so they know what they're doing.
And that, I think, is the best thing to do. I think you really need to step in there and get people that have fought before, are involved in mixed martial arts, and really understand every aspect of the game. And those are the people that need to be officiating rather than, ex-boxing people or whatever it is. After the fight, in the couple minutes that you had when the fight was over, before Bruce Buffer made the announcement, knowing what you know about judges, was there any doubt in your mind?
Yeah, there's always going to be doubt in your mind, but I felt like, I had the fight in the bag, but you just never know the judges.
And as far as the fight with John Dodson, what are you looking to do to John Dodson? I mean, here's a guy who's very, very quick, one of the quickest guys in the sport, but I don't know if anyone can outquick you. Have you ever fought anybody as fast as John Dodson?
Yeah, I train with guys all the time that are faster and who are more athletic than John Dodson. I mean, Matt Hume is pretty fast, and it's always not about speed. Somebody could be extremely fast and have not very good pressure, or somebody could be extremely fast and have horrible footwork. So it's not always about being fast, and we'll find out how I handle him on January 26th.
Where do you think he is the strongest?
I would say he's strong everywhere, but he shines the most on his feet. He always has to keep the fight standing, so that's why I say he shines the best.
And are you looking to exchange? I mean, you are obviously a great striker as well. Are you looking to keep it standing? Are you willing to exchange with him in that aspect?
Absolutely. I'm ready to take the fight wherever it needs to go, on the feet, on the ground, in a submission match, wrestling, Muay Thai. I mean, I spent, after everything's done, I said I'll probably be in camp for 13 to 12 weeks. So I'm, mentally and physically prepared for this fight.
Now, a lot of people would look at John Dodson and would look at you and would see similarities, just in the speed and the fact that you're such great strikers, and there are some similarities in your game. Do you see any of yourself in John Dodson? Do you feel like he is a similar styled fighter to you?
Yeah, a little bit. He's quicker than speed, and he likes to, keep a lot of distance between his opponents. Other than that, that's the only similarities I see. Not a whole lot.
Now, leading into your last fight, there was the UFC countdown with your coach, Matt Hume, and he said that he had told you at one point to quit your job because you were going to be a world champion. Did he actually say that to you?
Yes, he did.
And how did you react to that? Did you say, okay, I'll just quit my job right now? I mean, were you convinced right away? How did you react?
I was like, we'll see. And I didn't quit my job right away. Then eventually down the road, he told me, I was like, okay, DJ, it's time to quit. And that was after I lost the fight against Dominic Cruz. And he goes, if you want to take this full time and serious, you got to, quit your job and dedicate your life, your spare time, all the time you have to this sport. And, it hasn't, let me down since then. Was
that a difficult decision to make at the time?
Absolutely. It's always difficult to leave, a steady income coming in, every week to, it's all up to how you perform in an octagon and every time you fight. So,
what were you doing?
I was working at a construction plant called Kerastar.
Do you miss it?
I miss the atmosphere and the people I worked with, because there was a lot of great guys who worked there. But other than that, I don't miss, the day-to-day grind. I love training. I love working hard.
Now, Matt Hume also said on that countdown show that he had said it to 2 guys, and you were the second guy he had told it to. Do you know who the other guy is, and did he become a world champion as well?
Yes, he did, but that's something you guys will have to dig up and try to find out who it was.
All right, well, I'll definitely go digging. Now, after the fight, did Matt say, hey, I told you so?
No. He just says, good job. Proud of you, and just go home. Everything okay? And I said, yep. And he goes, just go home and relax, and we'll get after the next one.